link that will spread that are pretty bad.
I'm Broly! So far,
Someone
Oh my god, chat. An elder emo.
saw me swinging my
Not
skateboard around and
Brandon.
called the police.
Brandon Brutal, also known as Black Veil Brandon or Keith McKennison, is a
Black Veil
35-year-old
Brandon.
man from North Carolina. And like
Oh god, why does he gotta be from my state? Fuck.
many other people in 2008, Brandon found himself interested in the emo scene. While I have covered a goth personality on this channel before, this was my first time looking at emo subculture, and I found it extremely difficult to differentiate between the two. Each side claims to be more in tune with the emotional aspect of the dark themes involved in the scene, while claiming that the other is
this happened in
purely
real
about
time. It's not
aesthetic.
NC
From what
people
I've been able to
represent.
tell, there are slight deviations
shit,
in their
bro.
styles. Goths love two things: invading Rome between the 3rd and 5th
Benzo.
century, and Victorian-style clothing. As where your emo is more skinny jeans that are ripped up and a band t-shirt. It's all
Yeah.
very hard to differentiate, so
definitely
it's
emo.
mainly based on
That's,
what the person...
that's literally what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my band shirt, my City Morgue Suicide Boys shirt, and I was wearing black skinny jeans earlier, but now I'm wearing black sweats. Nah, they're different. You just explained it, yeah. The Johnny, is that Johnny Gilbert?
identifies as. And Brandon chose
emo
Team
culture.
Emo, being this way for almost...
I mean, listen, to be honest, like, I've always kind of dressed like skinny jeans, band shirts, this, with J's or Vans. And, like, growing up in North Carolina, like, I didn't know many other emo kids. I had a couple a mile away. You had Johnny Stan. I knew a couple other emo kids or kids who were interested in similar things. But, like, growing up, I didn't label myself as emo. I didn't know what emo was really. And then, like, in 2008, 2008, like, when the internet was like, I started getting on the internet more because I was getting old enough. Like, I saw emo people, and it was all just memes about like the razor blades and the raw XD, and I wasn't like that kind of emo. But like, I listened to Pierce the Veil. I was into like Slipknot. I was into Orc, My Chemical Romance, Warped Tour stuff, all this shit. Right? I didn't even realize I was emo. It wasn't until I got on TikTok and I started posting on there and got bigger on TikTok. People were like, "Oh my god, you're emo. You're emo boy. Oh, that's so emo." Like, I honestly didn't like categorize myself as that up until recently. Like, I didn't even, from high school and middle school, the culture was insane. Yeah, like I said, I was just like enjoying emo things. Like I said, I'm not like in emo culture. Like, I'm not in like any emo group chats. But like, I think I just like happen to enjoy emo like music and fashion to complete the look. Bro, I did. I'll have to find a picture. I had straightened hair, it was all wavy. I'd wear a big, I wouldn't wear them like that tight, but I'd wear big band t-shirts, black skinny jeans, and black Vans. That was my shit, long time. And then I think when I got to like my junior, senior year at high school, it was always just like a random t-shirt and black sweatpants.
2 decades, long after the peak of emo
Doesn't fit me,
popularity. Due to
fortunately.
a combination
Like,
of that,
aesthetically,
as
or you
well
don't
as
like
Brandon's awkward
music and stuff?
personality, he would find great success on TikTok, starting his very first account in
Yeah,
the year
TikTok
of
love people
2020.
like
And
this.
though we don't know much about Brandon's early life,
Chat blows the music. Do you guys know what swag hats are though? That's how I know if you're really emo from my emo generation. Does anyone know what a swag hat is? I do. Oh, def. So you can just Google it. You can just put it right here. I had that hat, bro. I probably wore that hat every single day in middle school. What I come into, we're talking about old swag from back in the day. Oh my god, bro! I used to worship this. Oh, this is cringe. Hold on, hold on. What is it? That motherfucker's Jaden Smith. I can find. Oh my god, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at that shit, bro. That shit not crazy. What the? Did anyone else? You guys remember this shit? Bro, I still have my studded belt.
These TikToks would give us a great insight to
We
just
need to be in
exactly
public right
who he
now,
was.
You
Bro,
want
it
to be
is
my friend,
public.
you have to be 18 and up. You want to date me, you have to be 21 and up. Why? Because I'm not no Davy Vanity.
Bro, that's so ironic he says this and then gets exposed for talking to kids. Like, bro was really trying to get ahead of the allegations. Bro was trying to get ahead of it. Chat,
When you do your eyeliner,
If you
and
got-
flatten your hair.
if you got dark hair, chat, and you get bangs, you're automatically emo.
You get caught in the rain because the rain comes out of nowhere. You don't have an
man.
umbrella.
These quote-unquote skits that Brandon made were very popular. As I previously stated, the emo scene was no longer at the height of its popularity, so to see this middle-aged man
Emo.
still rocking the 2008 look attracted a lot of people. And of course, the
Hell yeah.
comparisons to
2008
Davy
Turk,
Vanity were
good
made.
year.
Comparisons
Yeah.
which he absolutely
honest.
despised, but would seemingly never escape. But skits weren't the only thing that
MCR
Brandon was
jacket,
known for,
Black
because he
Parade
also
jacket.
produced a number of extremely popular singing videos, where he would sing emo verses into random household objects.
Screaming into much energy drink can, part 2.
She's grabbing it in my hand. Oh my god, I have this belt. What's that?
So far, I'll put your name into my soul. I'll be a fire to kiss you.
Perfect.
That was actually pretty good. Oh my god. Bro, I remember in middle school, I'd also wear this fucking zip-up jacket I think I got from Walmart. And it had the Kool-Aid fucking man's face on it. You guys remember that shit? Like, they put the Kool-Aid man on everything. It's like NASA today. They put NASA on like all this cheap ass clothes. They used to put the Kool-Aid man symbol on the t-shirts and the jackets and shit. Bro, I had a Kool-Aid zip-up jacket. Oh yeah. Like, I'd wear that shit all the time. I was going to go shop at Walmart. You don't have Walmart in Australia? You live out in the bush, mate. Shopping at Walmart is not fun, bro. Shopping at Walmart, you see a lot of shit you don't want to see.
One final fight, moments till night, knives and pens, we made
It sounds like Walter White Jr. from Breaking Bad is singing here. You know what I'm saying?
a promise.
He's like emo Walter White Jr.
Out of curiosity, I had to go listen to Perfect Weapon by the Black Veil Brides, and he did pretty good. It definitely took a lot of effort, and it was noticed because these videos were insanely popular on his
favorite song.
TikTok, only seconded by the skits. But despite these kinds of videos being popular, it seemed like Brandon's main passion was either dancing or
Reminds me of
motivational
Chris Chan.
speaking. He would tell people
Basically.
over and over that he was completely comfortable with who he was, and that they should be too.
I get called poser, fake, and wannabe, and not email every single day because of some rumors and stuff. But hey, you know what? I'm not convinced one bit I'm not being who I truly am. I'm not convinced one bit I'm being a poser, fake, or wannabe at all. Because I'm comfortable with myself, I'm secure in it, and this is what I really like, and this is who I really
Is that
am.
a V-neck
and no one
or
can
is it
change my
fake
mind, and no
hole?
one will change my mind. I dressed emo and listened to emo since 2008, and did my hair emo since 2008, and I'm not going to stop, because that's like who I am. And what I'm going to say is, what's important is to know who you are. Don't go by people, don't go by who
Neck.
people
I feel
assume
like
you
he stretched it out so he wouldn't fuck up his hair. That's honestly kind of smart.
are.
He put on
Don't
his
who you
shirts and
are
shit,
because
know?
people assume you're something you're not. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going by who I truly am. I'm not letting the people's assumptions of me, really messed up assumptions, bring me down.
I'm sure that
Keep
y'all caught
stuttering,
that last
the
bit.
TikTok
He's
edit
not
you
gonna
put on
let
it.
people's messed up assumptions about him bring him down. Now, on its own, this is a harmless enough statement. You could assume that it's in reference to his emo lifestyle, but if you continue to
love with
watch more
emo
and more
boy.
of Brandon's TikToks, then you realize that he talks about rumors and assumptions quite a bit. I first began to notice this when Brandon talked about a girl that he used to date in his hometown, where Brandon states that he can no longer
Bro,
date girls in town
I need to find this dude in North Carolina, chat. We gotta find him when we go to the meetup.
because his ex has spread rumors about him.
In my area, there are a lot of girls and I think other guys
January 17th,
too, or
chat,
people
pull
who
up.
listen to emo that I could hang out with and be friends with, and there's girls who listen to it I could date.
I'm gonna
but,
turn that.
unfortunately, I'm
state the
alone.
fuck
They don't
up, bro.
talk to
Cannot
me because
wait.
of some bad rumors this one girl spread that are pretty bad. A person who has a vendetta against me in my town, causing all these people to bash on me. Okay, I am literally getting
Goals.
bashed on. Some people try to hit me with their cars sometimes. You know, sometimes when I'm even in the car with another person, you know, the thing is, yeah, I'm getting bashed
That little like bang thing that comes down the side is so ick to me. I don't know why.
on, but you know what?
Older
Yeah,
emo guy.
be yourself. Like, that's all I want to say. It might not help you.
Yeah, click
but
the link vamp show
Just,
chat.
just wear what you
RSVP
want to
help.
wear. If it's what you like, go for it.
Oh, he gets bullied by the
Everyone,
kids in the
there's
park.
some
He goes
stuff
by.
went around that made me look bad. Made it hard to get emo girlfriend, but I do feel really lonely. Like I really want an emo girlfriend to grow old and happy with.
That's kind of crazy. Like, I think that like age shouldn't define when you go after your dreams or enjoy what you want to enjoy. But being 37 and like walking around the street like with a skateboard like this is a little off-putting to me. Yeah, it fucked up the emo girl. Looks like that side's frozen. It's that got to be glued hairspray. Like, oh, look at that little emo punk teen over there, and you get a little closer to him, like, damn, this sword. Yes, Uda, this sword. This sword.
But I'm gonna keep my head up. I'm gonna find that one girl for me one day. So.
This is but a sliver of all the videos Brandon has posted talking about these rumors, and some of them are even worse.
Fishnet
If you've seen the
gloves,
title
that's
of this
dope.
video, I'm sure that you can assume what Brandon has been accused of later in the timeline. But the clip I'm about to show you is before he was exposed to the wider internet, and in hindsight was very
It's so
telling
cold
of
in
what
my
was
room,
to
bro.
come.
Hey, I have to say this again because people in my town don't understand.
Bro, I don't know if I should say who he reminds me of, but I remember seeing something. Let me go back and look, see if it's close together. I probably shouldn't say. It's complete and utter bullying, chat. Trying to be bully. What I was thinking. Fuck. It's rude. I want to see do it. Listen, I love bro. I love bro, but no, but I've seen that too, dude. I've seen that guy too, Turk. That's funny. Sage.
I'm only friends with people who are about 18 and up, and I only date women who are 21 and up, basically. 20 maybe, but 21 and up,
He's
preferably.
37.
So,
20's
but,
kind of a stretch, bro.
just wanted to say that
years.
because the people in my town don't think so. I do not like kids. I do not go for.
Listen, chat. You guys like people older than you, younger than you, or your age? Or does it matter?
For anyone under 18. The people in my town are stupid. Yeah. Like, so, basically, they don't get it. So, I'm not really
Close to
attracted
my
to anyone
age.
under 18. It's gotta be like, at least.
So you're saying, Turk, if like, as far bombshell beauty who was 21 years old hit you up, you'd be like, and she was sweet, all the qualities, everything you were looking for in a woman, you would be like, nah, on my level, ideally, in all facets, older. They need someone older. Yeah, girls normally like older guys. until they get to like 45, and then they start to like younger guys.
20, but preferably 21 and over, basically. 18 only be friends with someone, but dating is like 21
So silly.
and up.
Around
As you
98.
can tell, there was trouble.
SB, that's way too young for you. That's robbing the cradle. That's 11 years apart, SB. Chill. Can't decide. Discerning maturity level. No, I know what you mean. I was just curious. Like if they were like, obviously most 21-year-olds aren't gonna be acting like someone, your age and that's mature and understanding of XYZ concepts, blah blah blah. Young guys is Yeah, you're right.
In paradise. Brandon already had
Way to go,
accusations floating around about him in his hometown, but things were about to get so much worse online. It would all start with rumors circulating that Brandon had passed away. He hadn't posted to his TikTok for a while, and people
Okay,
ran
my age. That's funny as fuck. He passed away. Yo, Brandon, you're dead, bro.
with the meme. Brandon would
fish
have
drink
mixed
food.
reactions to these trolling attempts, but still he would
Informed
feed into
consent.
it,
Yeah,
causing the
consent's
situation
W.
to only intensify as time
Chat,
went
I'm
on.
king
The next
consent,
big
trust
thing
me.
to happen to Brandon Brutal would be the loss of his first TikTok account. The TikTok was not deleted or banned. Brandon simply forgot the password, leading him to create
no
the now
backups?
infamous TikTok page, Brandon Brutal 7. And this TikTok would start out with a bang, when
That's
Brandon
crazy.
revealed that he would be
I get this
taking
same
a
shirt.
extremely long
It
break
is a dope
due
shirt.
to a forced haircut.
Hello everyone, so I'm probably not going to be posting videos much anymore because I was forced to get my hair cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait until
Why wouldn't you like get whatever you're picking out of your teeth and picking out of your eyeball done before you start filming this video, or like refilm it if you notice there's something in your teeth? This guy's one take Jake, one cut, fucking ship it anywhere in the country for a low flat rate immediately to the same hot topic.
wait until my hair grows back in to post
So
more
bitch.
videos.
True to his word, Brandon would post very few videos until his hair was back at its appropriate length. And when he returned, viewers reacted in a
blog.
number of ways, many claiming that his appearance had changed drastically in the months that he had been gone. But despite the people saying that, no one could claim it wasn't the same old Brandon.
Hello everyone, so I went trick-or-treating and I got lots of candy. Let's see. Let's look at all the candy I got. Alright, you can see it? Look at that.
That's kind of disturbing. A mild glow up. It's 38.
Oh. That's a buttload of candy.
Popeye's fried chicken. It's the best chicken. I was just thinking that.
He began posting the usual content, urban exploration,
That's a good movie. Little
singing,
Nicky.
and dance videos. It seemed like the second coming of Brandon Brutal had finally happened, and that his old content would resume as usual. But it would in fact be
Very
the
odd
opposite,
video.
because this point in the
Nah.
timeline is what I like to call
It's a
the
good movie.
beginning of the
You
end.
should watch that for
Hello
movie
everyone.
night.
Okay, I am
Night.
very excited. I am no longer single. I have a girlfriend. Well, it's long distance relationship though, but it's still a relationship. But she went ahead and ordered some stuff for DoorDash for me, and she got me all these boxes of chocolate and
Damn.
everything, and other stuff too.
Is she 18
So I'm
plus,
really happy
Brandon?
about it. So yeah, I'm no longer single. I am taken by a beautiful girl. I think her name is Sammy.
I think her
and
name is
she's
Sammy.
very cute. Her voice is very cute. And so that's what she's very cute. By a beautiful girl. I think her name is Sammy.
Oh.
And she's very cute.
The
Her
plot
voice
of
is
this
very
video.
cute. And
The title of the video is TikTok's most infamous emo child predator. Bum, 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 boom. Brandon Brutal.
That's what I wanted to say because I'm excited about telling people about her because I love her so much. So yeah, I'm really happy with her and everything. She's
Oh lordy lord, yeah.
she's exactly what I like and everything.
Off the rails.
Yeah. So anyway,
Wait,
just
Wait,
wanted to
is it a
just
pun
wanted
I'm
to brag
missing?
about her a bit. So go ahead and go.
In 2023, DMs would surface of Brandon Brutal speaking to what he thought was a minor. I would also like to bring up that this supposed catfish used actual images of a real child who was unaware and had not given their consent. Absolutely scummy of the
What the
catfish to do.
fuck?
While he thought that he was speaking to a young girl, Brandon would send a
Alice
number of
Cooper
illicit
and Marilyn
images
Manson.
and messages, bringing up the fact numerous times that he was not a sicko,
Sick.
he just thought she was a cute emo girl. Even claiming in one message that if she wasn't real, none of this could be used against him anyways, as well as stating that he wanted to meet with her in person. Rightly so, this was
Sick.
a disaster for him. And initially, Brandon would throw out all kinds of excuses for his
Here's
actions.
the
First
crazy
claiming
part,
that
bro. Like, bro, you guys remember back during, like, right after pandemic kind of lifted, like, all the TikToker boys, like Tony Lopez, all those dudes got caught talking to kids. Like, this shit happens all the time, bro. Happens literally all the time. And, like, you just hear about the one-off situation where it is catfish where you get caught. Shit happens all the time with these it's like random internet celebrities. No longer
the
meet
messages
him.
were photoshopped,
You know what I mean?
and then claiming that his account was hacked, frantically posting TikToks trying to prove his innocence.
He used it to talk dirty to a filthy minor, and then the minor thought it was me and screenshotted it and spread it everywhere on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere. And thanks to the hacker, I looked at all the comments of how
Bro, this is me when I get beaten or I get sniped or killed in any game. It was a hacker. It couldn't have been me. They hacked it. They spread. I didn't get killed by them. That's misinformation. They're hacking.
people felt about me before the screenshots. And
Hard
no
to
one feels
chill,
like that
bro.
about me anymore.
Bro,
Thanks to the hacker,
yeah,
making me
it's
look
pure
like a fucking...
evil.
Making me look like Davey Vanity.
I think now we
Weaking.
can begin to piece together why there are horrible rumors floating around about Brandon in his hometown. Years before he had been exposed for all of this, he had made numerous TikToks discussing these rumors, dancing around exactly what they were. But we would get a much better idea when someone who lived near Brandon would speak out on the
Oh,
situation.
damn.
Her name was Kat, a fellow member of the emo community. She claimed that she was being harassed and romantically pursued by Brandon quite aggressively, that Brandon had made numerous threats and disturbing statements about her. She also
What
made
the
it very
fuck?
clear that she had no intentions of associating with Brandon, despite his constant advances.
He has allegations against him for being a child predator after falling for some bait online. Screenshots of him talking to the alleged minor began to
Jesus
circulate the
Christ.
internet. Meanwhile, my information was within these screenshots. These were the same screenshots being used
hair.
for other influencers
This
and
is more
people
like
online to
scene
tell their
than
friends and
emo.
tell their audiences. My name and my information is being put out there under a negative light for something that I'm not involved in and I never asked to be involved in. After the allegations were publicized and I blocked Brandon, he went live walking down a street that I recognize in our city. He claims to be looking for me, saying that if he just knew where I lived, he would show up at my front door. He's also telling his viewers to reach out to me for him and to get me to talk to him. The
My
point of this
God.
video was to just clear up any confusion and to publicly state that I am not associated with him and I want no part in this.
If you need even
Brown
further
scare, man.
proof that Brandon has
Why?
been extremely creepy towards Kat,
What's wrong with
then
blue
look
eyes?
no further than the clip I'm about to show you, which has been censored for
not look
obvious
real.
reasons.
So it's completely gone now. It's not gonna happen anymore. So that's good. So let my friend Kat know that. And I wanna be honest about something. Not that long ago, Okay, I had a picture of Cat Catastrophe in my phone, and not that long ago, I was kind of off to it a little. I don't care if you let her know about that. She already knows I like her that way, so... She already knows I like her that way. I still would like to just be friends with her, because I know she has a boyfriend, and she doesn't like me that way, so I still want to just be friends with her again.
Kat would bring up a disturbing post that Brandon
funny. Oh
had
my
made in
God.
reference to her, claiming that he wanted to find where she was and saying, and this is a quote by the way, that his fists knew no gender. Though Kat began to fade out
What
of the
the
story
fuck?
and Brandon's interests,
What? He was like, hey, bitch, my fist know no gender. Bro, she's a kid. She's a minor. Not only are you being like a pedophile, now you're gonna beat her ass? He's like, hey, I heard you talking all that shit on the internet, and I'm gonna beat your ass. What the fuck?
fists would be a completely different story. You see, Brandon lives with his dad, who he also refers to as his roommate, and to say that they
No
don't get
way.
along would be an
Bro,
understatement.
that poor dad, you know he's just going through hell. His roommate is oh my
And
god.
shockingly, Brandon's dad is not emo, and seemingly
Shockingly?
has little understanding
You think emo people like live in emo families, got an emo dog, emo mom and dad? Brandon, get in here for emo dinner! Dad! I'm tired of you! I'm tired of you too, son! Start playing My Chemical Romance.
for his son's lifestyle.
The Addams
Keep in
Family.
mind that
That's more
Brandon is
gothic.
35, making his dad, at the very least, in his 50s. So it's probably a very hard thing
Guys
for him
like
to
that.
get. And this has led
that's why
to
you carry a gun.
numerous confrontations with Brandon.
dad's
And you'll
emo?
understand why when I show you this next clip. In an attempt to embarrass his dad, Brandon would make a TikTok displaying the abhorrent conditions of his room. It seems that Brandon's dad may have a bit of a hoarding problem, and instead of offering to help clean or do anything to assist your
That's lit.
elderly father to not live like this, you take a film of probably the most embarrassing thing in his life and display it to thousands of people.
This is the room. Okay. Oh, it looks pretty bad. Holy shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? Holy look at that. What the fuck?
That's disgusting. Why is he putting his dad on blast
check
like
out this
that?
shit right here.
It's actually nasty.
Oh, look at that. Ew. Food.
Are
Just
those
sitting there
maggots?
like that. That's gross, yo. Whoa, look at... I don't like Diet Coke. Diet soda.
You know what I've noticed? The people who like
Oh my
diet
God.
soda really like diet soda.
Me and Turk, bro, with our Coke Zero.
It's almost like a way of life. But I digress. The conditions of that room were abhorrent. We've all been messy
Coke with
teenagers
zero,
at
no
one
diet.
point in
Yeah,
our
dude, the
life, at
same.
least the majority of us, but this is
Shit's good as
pure
fuck.
filth with food waste and God knows what else hiding
love a
in
Diet
there.
Coke.
I also noticed a couple of bottles of alcohol, along with the sheetless mattress. It's clear that Brandon's father is not in a particularly good space mentally himself, so I'm sure many of you are shocked that Brandon and his father argue
What's
often.
the difference? There's caffeine.
Sometimes it's not just arguments. It can
And the
get
sweetener.
physical, with one of these events being caught
love
live.
Coke
You
Zero,
see,
bro.
Brandon and his father share a wall, with each of their rooms being located on one side of it. Brandon likes to live stream late at night, usually quoting anime very loudly. And one night when his father had enough, we got one of Brandon Brutal's most infamous clips, where during a fight with his elderly father, he proclaims himself to be the
His
Dragon
family.
Ball Z character, Broly.
Mortal ass bullets. Nothing but dust. Hey, boy. I wasn't doing nothing. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to get ready for bed.
That's why you're talking?
No. No, I'm
I
just...
heard you in my fucking room.
No, I'm trying to get ready for bed and you're interrupting me.
Interrupt you for go to bed? Dude, what I come here for? I'm in my room. My TV full blast. I hear you.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
And so you were going to bed, and so you got to talk to yourself before you go to bed? We're going to talk about this, man. You guys stop talking. You got to I'm Broly! Hit me, come on. Hit me. You're out of here. Good. Hit me, motherfucker. Hit me. Come on. Hit me. Hit your dad.
anybody else have a father who called him boy, I'd mess up big time, and Papa Kiwi would be like, God damn it, boy.
What? Oh, live? That's crazy, bro. First of all, that's like scary from the dad. I mean, I know his son's 35, but like, yeah, and I get banned for bad jokes on TikTok. Fuck out of here. Granddad calls me boy, jeez.
Boy, what the hell are you doing? When I was a kid, I found it very demeaning, but now as a grown man, me and my father call each other boy. I wish Brandon and his father could have had such a positive evolution of father and
for
son
real.
tension. It seems like they have not moved past the point from when Brandon was an unruly teenager. In fact, this speaks to a lot of aspects of Brandon's life, that he has been stuck in this teenage emo way of thinking for decades.
He really is. His brain is like frozen in 2008, like he's still like 15 or 16 years old.
Unable to move
gonna hit his
forward.
dad.
Yet another common
Nah, I
theme
think
when
he was
it
a
comes to
pussy. I don't think he
Brandon.
would've done
Neither learning from his mistakes or attempting to improve himself because of them. If you need further proof of this, look no further than the clip we're gonna discuss, because Brandon would find himself in yet another controversy soon
Emos
after the fight.
evolved.
Voice messages
crazy
would be
thing
leaked
is, like,
yet
this is from, like,
again of
2023,
Brandon speaking
2024.
to what was supposedly a minor. I could find no proof of him being shown her age, but this is widely regarded as the second time that Brandon was caught. And given the way that he speaks during this, it's not very surprising that this is the conclusion the public has came to. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a warning. These voice messages are pretty unsettling.
Hey, pretty lady. Yeah, I know. I sent a voice message to your other friend, hitting on her. The thing is, I'm very well that this shit is all creepy, but I really don't care because you both think I'm a kid dipper. So you can't break what's already broken. So anyway, yeah. I was looking at your TikTok videos, and I saw one video where you had no makeup on. You looked cute. You looked so damn adorable. Just want to snuggle you. Make you my snuggle kitten. I'm sorry. I'm getting really creepy. But anyway, yeah, I was looking in your eyes and it made me feel shit. It made me feel like a lot of warm, fuzzy, blissful shit. And then I started having fantasies of like holding you close and snuggling you and just being with you and putting a ring on you. I fall in love with women really fast, okay? I'm trying not to because, but anyway, I'm gonna look emo again once I get my shit. Once my dad picks up my band shirts and my ex, Sammy, gets my eyeliner, black hair dye, my black nail polish, door dashed to my room on either Tuesday or Wednesday, then I'll be happier and looking the emo way I usually look. But yeah, so like I'm honest when I say I'm not a kid dipper. I'm not a kid. I'm not into minors. I just love adult women. Like I said, you can't break something that's already broken. You already think of me as a kid, so it doesn't matter if you think I'm a creep too. So
He's 37.
whatever. So yeah, I gotta go.
I know I shouldn't be laughing about this situation, but when he says, I look in your eyes and it makes me feel shit, that's just romantic right there. It's exactly how I proposed to Miss Kiwi. Will you make me feel shit for the rest of my life? But I digress. For the second time, Brandon had illicit
creepy.
messages leaked online. And this caused him to
That's why
go
you
into
don't goon
panic
in the
mode.
DMs,
He would
chat.
begin discussing the topics of his legal troubles and jail more and more. Particularly, he would talk about recent criminal activities that he had been up to, and then his fear of jail.
For the rest of my life. That's marriage.
If you're watching this and you're the guy with the curly hair, with the
Hey! Guy with the curly hair in chat. You watching this? You in here?
girl with the black hair
Alright.
who sometimes says hi to me, I'm sorry if I ever pointed a weapon at you.
I'm sorry if I ever pointed a weapon at you. Bruh!
Like I said, I thought your vehicle is kind of like the other vehicle of this other bitch who's harassing me.
That
So I'm
escalated.
sorry if I did that to
For
you.
real too.
I don't mean
The
any
mouth thing. No,
aggressiveness
for
or
real.
hate towards you at all. So,
Give me the creeps.
but towards the bitch that is in that vehicle, who keeps saying shit to me when she goes by, like, "Oh, you're better off gay," or stuff like, "You're fake," or
You're better off gay. Honk honk. That's funny. That's good. Sure, you don't move his lower jaw, just lips. Bro, I'm gonna state the obvious. I think he has a very, very severe form of like Asperger's, but also, obviously, like, doesn't excuse his shitty actions.
poser. I don't know. What I'm gonna say is something very serious on here. People are lucky I don't have a gun.
Brandon was no stranger to making these kinds of threats.
Imagine being in a movie theater. You know what? You guys are lucky I don't have a gun right now. Oh my god, bro.
He had
Bro
been
went
saying stuff like
terrorist.
this for quite some time. Whenever people were critical of him, he
promise.
was quick to threaten
That's
their
crazy.
lives. And
Yeah,
during one of
full-
these instances, Brandon would find himself in a bit of legal trouble. You see, Brandon's residence was located near a school, and many of these school kids were very well aware of who Brandon Brutal is and what he had done. So they would often ridicule Brandon for the messages that were leaked
No way he
or
got
his
bullied in
emo
real
style.
life.
One day, Brandon couldn't take it anymore and would threaten this school in one of his TikTok posts. After a little bit of digging, people would find out that this was not the first time that
What the
Brandon had
fuck?
made a serious threat, as a college had received one from Brandon a number of years ago. Unlike that previous
That's
incident,
Tristan
Brandon was charged, and if found guilty, could face some time in jail. After making bond and being released from police custody, Brandon would make a number of TikToks trying to paint the situation in a completely different light.
So, what I want to say in this video is I'm in a little bit of trouble. I went to court and I got told I could face up to 60 days in prison. Cause a few years ago, I was skateboarding and people were going by harassing me on the road. And so I was swinging my skateboard around. And then someone saw me swinging my skateboard around and called the police. And I got charged with impeding traffic and I didn't show up for court when I was scheduled to. So when I showed up for court like a few days ago, they said I could face up to 60 days in prison. But, you know, I called
Right.
a court-appointed attorney,
The
but the girl answered instead of my attorney. And I talked to her a bit, and she said it's not likely that, she knows about my case, and she said it's not likely that I'm going to go to prison. Because I don't want to go to prison because I have to take this out, my lip piercing out.
After all of this
That's
went
what you're
down,
worried
things
about?
were very different for Brandon. Not only was he facing some serious legal repercussions for his actions, but he
What
was
the
also
fuck?
vehemently trying to defend
such a
himself
weird
from
build.
all of these accusations, as well as lamenting the fact that it had changed his life in a pretty significant way, no longer being welcomed in the scene or wanted by any women.
Women thinking I'm into kids just turns women off. And it makes me
No
lose so
shit.
many chances with women. Arrgh. I don't want to become violent to where I get violent towards a woman when I get rejected because, like, that's just not me. But
the
being
fuck?
rejected as much as I get rejected, man, like, fuck. There's incels, complete ugly incels who are complete assholes who can
You.
get more adult women than me, than I ever could.
Jeffree Star without
You know why?
makeup.
Because no one thinks they're into minors. All the adult women don't want to date me because they think I'm into kids. This is some bullshit.
As you can tell, Brandon
also
was
don't even
becoming
act like an
increasingly
adult.
more unstable. None of this was helped by the fact that
Jesus.
him and his father were having serious financial issues. Brandon's father had been laid off from his job, claiming it was because of his age, and Brandon was no longer working, merely receiving his SSI payments, which was not enough to keep
Damn.
them where they were, having to move out and live in motels, which Brandon would be kicked out of due to his increasingly unstable behavior.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just staying in the car because I'm not allowed in the motel because they kicked me out because I was talking talking with someone over the phone that made some guests at the motel uncomfortable. So I have to be at the gas station in the car
Damn.
near the motel. I'm close
Damn.
enough to the motel to where it counts, to where I won't get in trouble with the ankle monitor guy.
You heard Brandon talking
What?
about how he
Open
was
hot
fine
dog
being in
bun.
his car as long
Chill.
as he didn't leave the premises.
They were
And
saying
that's
this.
because after all of this, Brandon
Bro
was
is
put
living
on
in his
house
car.
arrest. And now he didn't even have a house. Things were worse
He's
than
just
ever
on
for him.
arrest.
So it's not
He's on planet arrest.
shocking to say that Brandon only got worse himself. He would continue to make threatening statements against establishments and people,
Bar
comparing
arrest.
himself to figures in the past who had committed mass tragedies
Cult lore, I
and
remember those
raging
days.
against the trolls. All of
Good
this would of
Jeffrey back
course
in the day.
result in even more charges being levied against Brandon Brutal. Brandon even stating himself that he was making his lawyer's job not
50%
one
in
bit
prison.
easier by doing all of this.
That's my house arrest. It's gonna be for a while, honestly, because
The crazy
my attorney
thing is, he actually looks so much better with like his curly hair and like no makeup and all that stuff. He like doesn't look like as scary.
she was gonna schedule a bond hearing for me in like 30 days from when I got out of jail, but she's gonna wait it out longer, since she said that
Gotta be
she doesn't want to do
trolling.
it
What
too
the Hello
soon
Kitty
because they're gonna
girls?
add the threats I made on TikTok to my case,
Hello
where I
Kitty
could go
girls
back
are
to jail. So
insane.
she wants to wait a little longer. Oh, is the worst thing in jail? Just being around dudes, honestly. But yeah. And not having like women to talk to, but whatever.
His attorney
Bro is
saw the writing
obsessed
on the
with
wall
girls,
that Brandon
bro.
was not going
Halfway
to win
done.
this case. The evidence
Chat, W's in chat for Ali. Get some horse in chat for Ali for helping us out with an amazing edit she's got going for us soon.
against
now.
him was airtight.
Hey
The only
now.
strategy
Hey
left was to
now.
delay the trial and give Brandon as much freedom as possible. But of course, this would not work. After a live where Brandon
Just the
once again
dudes.
made threats
It's like there's no women in
particularly
there.
rage-filled, he would be taken away by police, once again charged with making these horrible threats. And that is where Brandon
Love you,
Brutal,
Ali.
Keith McKennison, finds
Appreciate you.
himself today. Currently incarcerated for the crimes that I just mentioned,
Hottie.
and in all honesty, it's where he needs to be. Brandon has proven in the past that he is capable of violence, and he has made these threats so many times it cannot be taken lightly. Not to say that
Get
one
crazy.
threat
Get
alone should be
wild.
taken lightly. I'm a big proponent of free speech, but when people are making claims like this, they have to be taken seriously. It's one of the only preventative measures for these kinds of events that has some teeth, and in my opinion has saved
Bro's got
countless
some scary
lives
ass
already. There is no telling what Brandon would have done, but we do know what he has done. And it doesn't
Gotcha.
exactly scream a person incapable of the threats that he made. There is no telling how long Brandon will be in jail, but I can confidently say it's where he needs to be.
All right, chat. I don't know if we'll watch this.
To other
but
Decane